To this session on psychology for June 2015. In this session we would be talking about the next 15 questions for paper 3 psychology. Now in this section most of the questions that were asked were based on direct definitions about most of the or many of the concepts. Now this question, as the first question you can see, is based on a definition. So the RBC model definition is given in the first sentence and the second sentence talks about the assumption. Now let's understand what is a RBC model. If I have, say, a remote in my hand, I can perceive it as a single remote. That is one concept. The other concept, which is RBC, talks about understanding any three-dimensional model in pieces. So I can understand the body as one piece. I can understand the icons that are made on it or the buttons that are made on it as separate identity. And then I can have a complete picture in my mind. So similarly, if I have a cup, say, I can understand this as a cylinder and this as a separate part. So I try to join things piece by piece, and that is what is recognition by components. So it is a method of recognizing 3D objects across variations in new points, and any 3D object can be described to its parts or its spatial relationship. That's again correct. Both the statements are correct, but reason is an assumption for this model and not an explanation for why this is happening. So both assertion and reason are true, and reason is not a correct explanation for assertion. Next question. Now performance appraisal can be of three types. First is absolute, second is relative, and third is targeted. Under absolute, I try to understand understand the performance with respect to a standard performance level that has been set in my company. For example, if I am working into any company and they have a predisposed standard that I need to meet these standard guidelines in order for my performance appraisal, so that would be absolute. This can be by means of critical incidence, ranking, checklist, or forced choice. Next is relative. Relative means if there are three employees A, B and C, I have to see how employee A is performing with respect to B, B is performing with respect to C, or A is performing with respect to C. So it can be either group or individual in nature. And the next is targeted. Under targeted, I have set target or goal in my mind and I try to achieve that goal or target. So it is known as behaviorally anchored rating method or behaviorally observed scale. So these are the three methods. So here, which of the following is not an absolute standard? The answer would be 2. Next question. This is again based on the concept and its definition sort of thing. So let's first understand what is randomized. So if I have I have a single group, I have to find out IQ for school children. Rather than finding out the IQ for school children all at once, I try to divide this school children into subgroups of, say, primary, secondary and senior secondary or higher secondary. Now I try to find out IQ for each of these groups. It can be done in this criteria. I can divide it by age, by kind of strength in the class, or any other criteria. So this is done through analysis of matched groups. So randomized block design, the correct choice would be analysis of matched group. Then you have factorial design. Under factorial design, I am trying to find out the impact of two or more independent variable on the dependent variable. So that is what is factorial design. Single factor repeated means I have in this design I have one subject and I am trying to participate the same subject or ask that subject to participate in all experimental conditions that are possible. So that is one. And finally, design with a covariate. So covariate is a kind of statistical control, and it is a predictive outcome of or the possible outcome of any study. So that is what is these four things and how we can understand or relate it to the list 2 here. The next question, this is by definition what is culture of honor. So culture of honor by definition means the culture where there are strong norms that indicate that aggression is an appropriate response to insult of one's honor. So 3 would be the correct choice here. Next question. Now again, Jona complex, there was similar question based on definition in paper 2 as well. Jona complex is a Maslow's concept after the concept of need hierarchy theory. Under this concept, he says that whenever you are given a new assignment, you have the happiness of getting a new assignment or a new job, but at the same time, you have a fear of new responsibilities that would be, or new duties that you would be facing. So that is what is Jona complex. So if I am appointed for any position in any company, I would be happy that I have got a recruitment in this company, but at the same time I would have fear in my mind what would be the kind of job that I would need to do and questions like that. So that is what is Jona complex. The next is the definition of flashbulb memory. So flashbulb memory means you have surprising or consequential events that you remember in contrast to the other memories, and this is a kind of memory that remains, that has a separate neural framework through which it goes and gets stored in the brain. So if I go to a place and I see a very weird animal or something, I might not remember a lot of things about that place, but I would definitely remember that instance and that animal, the weird animal that I have seen. So that's a kind of flashbulb memory where you try to remember surprising or consequential events. Next is, in this question the correct answer is 4, which is very clear from the diagram here. This is the Sternberg's triangle that has been given by Sternberg, and under this triangle he talks about the various elements and the relationship between the various elements. So this element represents the relationship between these two, and the center element represents the relationship between all three elements. The next is, which among the following are innate responses? So here, as you can see, you have three things, that is reflexes, texts and fixed action patterns, which all three are kind of innate behavior. So reflexes means if there is a hot water plate, hot pot of water that is boiling, where the water is boiling, if I touch it, I won't think that I have to remove my finger, but I would automatically remove my finger. So that is something based on the autonomic system. Next is texts. Texts means either moving towards or away from any stimuli. So for example, sunflower tries to bend towards the sun. So it's moving towards a stimuli. And under fixed action pattern, even if the stimuli is withdrawn or removed, there is a will to complete that act. For example, if the egg rolls out of the nest, the bird will try to bring the egg back into the nest, and that is what is a fixed action pattern. So all these three, A, B and C, are innate behaviors. So the correct answer would be 2. Next question. Now this is a concept which was propounded by Hull. Hull talked about the excitatory and inhibitory responses and how inhibition leads to extension. So we would be talking about this in more detail when we would be discussing the topic on extinction. For now, the correct answer is Hull. Next, the concept of object permanence. So this question focuses on the concept of object permanence. So object permanence means if there is an object in front of me and I try to close my eyes, the object will still remain there. Okay, closing my eyes won't remove the object from the scenario. So what the child does is, the child has not developed a good sense of object permanence. As a result, child considers that keeping my eyes closed. So an infant often acts that if the object stops, the object is not existing when it is moved out of the perceptual range of the child. So assertion is correct and reason is correct, and reason is the correct explanation for assertion. Therefore, we will say choice A would be the correct answer here. Next question. This is Rollo May's concept on existential personality. Rollo May gave the concept of existential personality. Now this question is a bit tricky because if you find out any literature or anything, you would find 4 stages of Rollo May's personality development. Those are innocence, rebellion, then you have ordinary stage or ordinary consciousness, and then you have creative stage where you are trying to move towards self-actualization. So these are the 4 stages that are commonly discussed in any stages that are being propounded by Rollo-Mayer. But let's understand what was the Rollo-Mayer's concept. So Rollo-Mayer said, until a specific age, a child has physical dependence on parents. So the first element he talked about was physical dependence. Once that age goes off, the child still has psychological dependence on the family members. So the next here would be psychological dependence. Then after that, the child tries to have a phase of innocence, or that's a phase of pre-ego or pre-consciousness. Then you have a rebellion phase where the child wants to establish himself. Then ordinary, as I explained, it's a stage of consciousness, and creative where the child wants to put in his own efforts. So the correct answer would be physical dependence, psychological dependence, followed by rebellion, ordinary consciousness of self, and creative consciousness of self, where the child tries to explore himself or herself. So the correct answer here would be 1. Now this question again, it should be a kind of bonus question, because you do not have any choices which match the answer correctly. So under attribution model, there are 2 concepts, either based on external causes or based on internal causes. So when I talk about attribution based on external concepts, it is dependent on high consensus, high distinctiveness, and low consistency. And when I talk about internal, it's the reverse of it. It is low, low, and high. Fine. So the correct answer here would be high consciousness, high distinctiveness. So either A and B should be A and C should be the correct option, which is not given in the quotes here, or it should be either low. So then I can say A, C, and D are the correct options. So this should be a bonus marks question, because none of the quotes correctly give the answer for this question. Next, according to Kohlberg's theory, so Kohlberg talked about the moral development, and under that he talked about 3 levels. First is the pre-conventional, then you have the conventional, and then you have the post-conventional. Now pre-conventional level, he talked about obedience and aiming to get rewards. So he talked about obedience and aim to get social rewards, or get rewards I should say. Under conventional, he talked about, so every stage has 2 further sub-stages. So this was the first. For conventional, it is gaining acceptance, that is 1. So gaining acceptance and avoiding social disapproval. So avoiding censure or social disapproval. And under post-conventional, again there are 2 stages. One is the flexibility in the moral belief. So you have flexibility in moral belief. And the next is avoiding self-condemnation. So every stage has 2 further sub-stages, and these are the details. So this is again a very direct question. If you know the Kohlberg's model, you know the 3 stages and the sub-stages, you can directly answer the question. So the answer would be 3 in this case. 3 in this case. Next question. You have to match the cause and the correct explanation for the cause. Now let's first understand word by word. What does sufficient means? Sufficient means it's a tendency or a condition that explains existence of which guarantees the genesis of mental disorder. That is sufficient. So that is a sufficient cause for me to prove that there is a disease. So sufficient directly relates to this definition. Then reinforcing means I am trying to maintain the maladaptive behavior that has already occurred. So I am reinforcing that again and again so that maladaptive behavior remains, and that is my cause. So that's reinforcing, that is trying to enhance that. Then is contributory. Contributory means I am trying to increase that. I am trying to contribute myself. So a condition that increases the probability of a disorder is contributory. And finally distal. Distal means a condition which relatively has occurred in the past but is not showing an effect for many years which have recently passed. So it has been in the past and for many years it has been kind of dormant. So that is what is distal. So I have 1, 2, 4 and 3 as the correct option. So 1, 2, 4 and 3. So the correct answer would be 2. Now last question. This question again none of the choices has been correct here. So this should be either bonus question or there is some misprint with the question. So it should be 3 and it should be 2. And then you have 3 as the correct answer. Now let's understand. So all these are models of recognition. Recognition by component model I have already explained. So you have 3D object, that was what we did in the first question today. So you have a description of 3D object according to their parts and spatial relationship. So C directly matches with 2. So none of the choice C matches with 2. So either this 3 has to be a change in the choice or this is a question where you should get a bonus marks because there is some misprint in the paper. So recognition by component model is clear. Under configural model what happens is you have a spatial relationship that you are trying to explain, but what really happens is there is some deviation from the prototype. So the correct answer for D would be 1. Template matching and feature matching. So feature means you are matching something or some feature which is kind of very simple. So there can be a variety of features. You can match color, you can match edges, you can match corners or anything. So that is feature matching. So I am trying to detect either color or edges. So 3 would be the correct match. And template means I am trying to match the template per se, the whole template. So that is in case of barcode or fingerprinting. I am not saying that I am just mentioning understanding one line of the fingerprints. I have to understand the whole fingerprint at a glance. So it's the template that I have to match. So that is A. So A goes with 4. So there should be some change in the either the choices or there should be a bonus question. So with this we cover the 45 questions and the 15 questions for today's session. We would be covering the complete paper in further 2 sessions. You can subscribe to ExamRace channel for any further updates. Till then, have